something about sitting under a tree in what they call here the liver of the sun. I don't know how you how you translate that. It's like the liver of the day, the hottest of the day, and in full, total isolated nature. And the hummingbirds, they live in this place. What I wanted to say something about today shortly is projections. It seems that that so the whole thing revolves around projections, really, meaning that what we see in others is really a part of ourselves, that we're accessing that perception out of or from, and we fall in an optical illusion of sorts, because what we're seeing is really a product of the state we are in. So for instance, if I'm feeling very rejected, then I'll feel that the other doesn't want me, which triggers a whole cascade of consequences to that, because I then will, if you wish, unconsciously seduce the other to behave in a way that is in agreement with what I am perceiving. And it was ever since I was doing my PhD that I started to get into the observation problem, and where science sort of discards that or omits that, and moves out further into zooming into the outside world to try to know what is out there, and ignore that it's being known out of a state that the knower is in. I started to question what out of what part of me am I seeing this? What part of me is seeing this or hearing this? And like that, I went ever more inward into the self, if you want to call it that, and into realizing that we are really in an optical illusion of sorts, and that we don't know what it is that is really out there, because we are basically just seeing or experiencing the resonance of the state we are in. And until we don't realize that and touch that resonance, see it as part of ourselves, then we keep in a bubble. And it's when we are able to realize that and refrain from further observation that we sort of get into an experience that is very close to what reality really is, if you wish. What it is that it is an extension. It's me. There is no reality loose from myself, and you see, and that is where we go into the layers, the deeper subtle quantum fluctuation layers of slowing everything down and starting. That's where we start to feel what the miracle is, because that's where we move out of space and time, and we start to feel what is beyond the maze, as they call it, beyond Maya or Samsara, which is miracle. That's where we start to experience ourselves and enjoy ourselves, enjoy the experience of self. That's where all is self, and this is where we go into this deep connectivity with everything. And but the bubbles are, the world has now gone into a collective bubble, and it is not coming out of it. And that is where an upload is possible to the other side, which is what we're witnessing with the coming in of these dark energies. The only salvation is that we start to realize what we are projecting and go inward and connect to self, which is the grid, the node, the portal to and what we once left, which was called paradise.